Hello. It's another late night video. It's the only time I can really do videos is at nighttime when everybody's sleeping. So I got some yarn to show you. Hopefully the video won't get cut off too soon like the last one. Oh, before I start showing you the yarn, I said how I was really bad at starting a project without finishing it because I get bored of it because I want to do something else. Well, it was either that night or the following night I started another project. So I got thinking about it and I'm like, I want to try and do this. But I couldn't because, well, I mean, it's not that I couldn't, because I was in the middle of doing something else, so I put that aside. And I started wanted to make myself like a cardigan type thing. Well, it's inside out. I didn't use a pattern. It was all just something that I came up with. It's a little big, the armholes are a little big, so I'm hoping that it comes out right on the arm part. But this is what it looks like so far. I was almost tempted to leave it as a vest, like this, or like a tank top type cardigan. But then I decided to do sleeves, because I want to do a cardigan for my grandmother. I have specific yarn for it. She wanted it, she's always wanted a cashmere sweater. I don't know if I've said this before, but I found it's not 100% cashmere, but it's close enough. And I know it'll mean more to her if it's handmade. And the pattern that I was doing, I got stuck on, so I wanted to try and do something different. So I want to see if I showed her a picture of this and she liked the way it looked, so I'm going to undo what I did and redo it with this pattern. And I just did a V-stitch throughout the whole thing. I don't know if you can see that. The yarn I used for this is Lion Brand Pound of Love. I used turquoise and antique white. I had these two colors and they look good together, so I figured I'd see what I could come up with. And the buttons, got this came with one of the crochet magazines. It's a little motions bag in a teepee shape. Buttons that I would be using are a darker color. I don't know if the camera's catching that or not. That's the buttons I'll be using for it. I'll put this aside. Friday, I think it was Friday, I placed an order with Ice Yarn. It's either Thursday or Friday. And very shocked how fast their shipping is. I got it in the mail today. I was so excited. I was getting ready to leave for work, and I saw the UPS truck drive away, and I'm like, oh, it's here. So then I got it partially open because I stopped at my husband's shop before I went to work. And he asked me if I had half a sheep in my car. And I'm like, no, not a half a sheep. But he was kind of curious at what I got. So I don't take it out of the bag because it's very crinkly. I actually haven't felt it, so I don't know if it's felt or not. I'm trying to be quiet with the bags. I know these are really, really noisy. Oops. I got one more one. I'll pick that up later. But this is the one that I got, and it's called Sail Baby, I think is the name. Turquoise pink. There's number 43610. I don't know if that's the name of it or not. It's 100% acrylic. Oh, the cat's gonna get to the other one, so sorry about that. We have that. A couple of these. Okay, I got a lot of them. These clothes, the noisy bags. One that one. Another 4. And another 4. Oh, that's my phone. And then other ones that I got more of these ones. So lazy. Probably should have just did the feeling of them before I did the video, that way it wasn't as noisy. Uh-oh. I don't know where that came from. There we go. Unraveled a little bit. Well, that's soft. It's got a bunch of different color blues in there. This one is Winter. Sail Winter. Oh, that's not the name of it. That's the link that I clicked on. 43596. Navy turquoise. 100% acrylic. So soft. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. The shawl that I'm making was the other ice yarn that I got. I didn't get it from Ice Yarn. I got it. Technically, it wasn't from Ice Yarn. I got it off of eBay. And it was Ice Yarn, but I don't know if it came from Ice Yarns. I just know it was from eBay, so I don't know if that's technically ordering directly from Ice Yarn's website. But there's that one, and then there's another one of these. There's a lot of them. There's 16 of these, and there's 12 of these. But I have to search my patterns and see what I can come up with. They might sit a little bit until I can fully come up with something. So, who knows? And maybe I won't be too greedy with this batch of ice yarn and might make something for my mom or my grandmother in there. And the other yarn I bought at Joann's. So since I did this cardigan, I got this yarn. It's got pink, blue, white, and purple. And it's Big Twist. And the name of it is Salmon Aqua. It's 100% acrylic. Also very, very soft. might try and make a sweater or a cardigan out of this one. I bought 2 of them. And so far I've only, well, I'm going back and forth between the colors, but I haven't gone through a full thing of either of the colors. So I might only need one of these for a sweater. But I don't know. I won't make a blanket out of this one. I want to make something to wear because it's nice and seems like it'd be nice and warm to wear. And then I also got more Lion Brand Color Waves. And the name of this is Ocean Drive. It's a bunch of different little, all the colors of the rainbow in there. This one's also stuffed. I got 3. Yeah. I got 3 of these. Again, not sure what I'm going to use these for, but it never hurts to have them. Because you might find something like, oh, I can use that for that. So, this isn't crochet or knitting related, but I also make jewelry. And I work at Joann's, and the other day at work I was putting away the beads. And I came across these beads that my mother had worn. So I bought 2 of them. My mother she loves elephants. Uh-oh, Young's falling. She loves elephants. So I found these as I was putting the beads away. And I bought 2 of them. So I'm going to try and make her earrings and a necklace and possibly a bracelet if there's enough of the little elephants. Now, excuse me, I can always get another thing of them. Oh, and I bought a magazine the other day. Look at this. Inside Crochet. My mom doesn't knit or crochet, but there's these elephant stitch markers. And yes, I wanted the magazine because I like looking at the magazines and seeing if there's anything that I want to try and make out of the magazines. But I got, one of the reasons why I got the magazine is so I could give my mom those stitch markers. And I'm like, my mom doesn't, I was telling one of the girls that I work with, I'm like, my mom doesn't knit or crochet, but I'm sure she would find something for him. With it being elephants on there, it doesn't matter. Elephant's an elephant, she loves it. And then there's more lines. I have to get another tote or something to store all this. Put the scarfy yarn. Last year I've been working at Joann's for a little over a year now. And actually no, it was before I started working there, I think. Then we got the scarfy yarn in. And we ran out of that pretty quick. I mean, I was only able to get maybe 6, 3 of one color and 3 of another color before we ran out. But this year it seems like we're keeping stock with it. I love this color. I love this color blue with the black. The name of this one is Charcoal / Aqua. We have so much of it. I want to try and make a shawl. Oh, that's my phone again. A shawl outfit. And I got 2 of those. I try and get either 2 to 3 skeins when I buy yarn. And when I first started crocheting, which was only about 2 years ago. I only bought one at a time. Because I was new, I didn't know. But now that I'm more into it, I know, oh, I should probably get, 2 to 3, depending on what I'm making. I'll get 3. If it's going to be a larger thing, then I'll get 4 or 5. But I probably have a lot of just single colors that I'm going to have to, I'd like to go through all my yarn and, separate it from cottons and solid colors and variegated colors. But I need to rearrange some things before I do that. I also got a magazine in the mail. I haven't gotten one of these in a while. It's Crochet World. I saw something in here that I really, really liked. This isn't it, but this looks like it would be pretty cool to make for the holidays. Make one for like every season, and every holiday. But any of you knitters that know, I have light up knitting needles, just like they had to light up crochet needles. Of course, now that I have the video on, I'm not going to be able to find like a little stocking. Well, not little stocking, that's a pretty big stocking. I don't think I would do granny squares for quite a while. Because I did three kids bags. They're only about like that tall, about that wide. My mom's boyfriend's mother wanted me to make her 3 bags for little kids. And I did it. And I was down to the 3rd one. And it gave me nothing but problems. I was like, this is it. I'm not doing this anymore. So after that, that was the last one that I did. And I haven't done one ever since. This was really cool. Holiday Delight Doily. So it's made out of Aunt Lydia's Classic Crochet, size 10, crochet cotton. Seems like it would take a while to do, but it doesn't really look as thin as the yarn that they say to use. So I know the Aunt Lydia's Classic is pretty thin, but that looked kind of thicker. I'm so glad I got this in the mail. There was one that I bought of the Crochet World, and I ended up getting it. I bought one, and then a couple of days later it came in the mail. So I have 2 of the same magazine. I think I might have passed it. But these are cute. My mom would also really like that. Oh. The snowmen. She loves snowmen. She likes elephants. I think. Oh. On the back. I really like that. course I go through the whole book and it's on the back. Well, I think I showed you pretty much everything. I know there was things in the last video that I couldn't say because my phone, using my phone, for some reason, I think it's because the battery's getting ready to die. It said I only had a certain amount of time for the video, which was weird because I've taken videos for longer than, I think it was like 18 minutes or something on my phone. I don't know why it was different that time, but it could have been because of my phone at like 5%. Well, no, it was more than that. I don't remember what it was, but it was on the verge of dying, so now I have my camera that I'm using, so hopefully it's brighter than the last video, and you can actually see. I haven't taken a video with this camera, so I'm hoping that it comes out okay. Oh, my shirt. I went to the store yesterday and I saw this. I love Little Mermaid. I'm in my pajamas because it is 2:34 in the morning. But I got this. It says, "Messy hair, don't care." I love Little Mermaid. I don't care how old I am. I will always love Little Mermaid. Like next month I'll be 28 years old, and I posted a picture of me on Facebook wearing this, and I said, yes, I am rocking out in Little Mermaid. I'm almost 28 years old, and I'll never be too old for Little Mermaid. Never, ever, ever. Yeah. So, the last video, I had found out that my mom was having her cat put down. And she was put down for 3:30, 4 o'clock that day that I did my video, because it was really early in the morning when I did my video, like it is today. But for some reason, like I started to tear up, but then I was thinking, I'm like, she's in a better place now. She's not suffering, and she's with her sister and the other 2 cats that my mom had. And the vet was really nice. They did this plaque, and her paw prints are in there, and it has her name on there. It was really nice. So yeah, I mean, I'm bummed. And when I go up there, it's going to be weird because I'm not going to see her. But I'm okay with knowing that she's in a better place and she's not suffering anymore. And I hate saying goodbye to my pets. It's the hardest thing, aside from saying goodbye to family. And my one dog, I'm not ready for him to go at all. But thankfully, well, as long as his health stays good, which he is a healthy puppy. Well, he's not a puppy, he'll be 7 next month. But he's got quite a few years. My grandparents had a pug and she lasted 15 and a half, 16 years. But I always said that the pug's lifespan is between 12 to 13 years. And I always said that Dolly, which was my grandparents' dog, lived out some of the years that her brother couldn't. Because we had her brother, we got Dolly and Buster. My grandparents had Dolly, we had Buster. And he wasn't even a year old when he passed away. He got hit by a car, and it was a hit and run. And he rolled into some pricker bushes. And he lasted for a couple of hours, but I think I was really young. I was like 4 or 5, maybe 6. And I think he passed away during the night. But I remember him. And I have that I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the video, but I have 2 scars on my knuckles from him. Because he was an awesome dog, a great dog. Never bit anybody or, you know, attacked anybody out of anger. But in the place that we lived, there was like a, kind of like an island thing. And it separated the kitchen from the living room. Well, one of the chairs was right up next to the island thing. And he had got up there, and we had, I think it must have been pizza and chicken wings for dinner that night. And he got up on the counter and was eating the chicken wing bone. And I'm like, Mom, Buster's on the counter eating the chicken wings, or the bones. And Mom's like, well, grab it. So I go and grab it, and what does he do? He latches right onto my fingers. That scared me really, really bad. But obviously not too bad to where I'm scared of the dogs, because now I have 2 pugs of my own. But I always have a little bit of Buster with me. And I remember when he had his own bed, and he would sleep in his own bed every night. There was times where I couldn't sleep because, I don't know, like my imagination when I was a child was crazy, like the shadows of stuff. I would think that they're monsters and they were going to try and, you know, eat me in my sleep or something. So I would go out in the kitchen, that's where Buster's bed was, and I would lay next to him and fall asleep when I couldn't sleep in my own bed. And then I have some memories of him, all good memories besides when he bit me. But even then it was my fault, because I shouldn't have grabbed it from him like that. I probably scared him more than anything, and that's probably why he bit my hand. But my mom, I don't blame my mom because she told me to do it. He was never food aggressive at all, so we never would have known. So I think there might be a cat in the video. My cat is looking to come up, just trying to find a spot to come up on. I got my stuff all sprawled out over here. So with this sweater that I'm doing, I'm jotting down notes. Yeah. Scribbles all over the place. What I want to do is, this little notebook came in with one of the Inside Crochet magazines. And on the inside it says, so much yarn, so little time. But any of the things that I make that I just come up with on my own, I wanna put it in here. And then the stuff that my other notebook, the one that I said that was my crochet diary. But if the printer's out of ink and I can't get to the library to print something, I'll write it down, and I'll write down the name of the pattern, who wrote the pattern, and then I'll write down the pattern. So I like having, like I have my tablet, but I like having the physical copy, like a magazine. I like having the physical copy. If I don't have a copy of it, the way I can, you know, hold it in my hands like this, then I find it's kind of harder. And you never know when electronics are going to go, and then you don't have it. It's either patterns in a book, or handwritten, or YouTube videos. A lot of